What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate FIFA series. I'd just like to get out of the way straight away at the start of this video here. I've just spent the last 6 to 6.5 minutes talking to myself, thinking I was doing this squad builder and I didn't hit record on the audio file. So I feel like an absolute dick. But you don't know really about that, and it doesn't make any difference to your day, but I just felt like I'd share that information with you. I've got a squad builder here, which my Twitter followers have dictated as the most overpowered team in FIFA Ultimate Team. I would personally disagree, but this was basically a squad from the Twitter followers. The way I did it basically is I tweeted out a position and asked you guys to respond with your most overpowered player. And the 3 most common choices were picked for the position. And then with those 3 that I had, I went and made a team that had perfect chemistry. So you may disagree with some of these choices. There may be some players out there that you think are way more overpowered than some of those that I might be choosing. And that's absolutely fine. I personally believe so too. But like I said, these are the most commonly picked people from my Twitter followers, so please bear that in mind as I'm putting the players in the team. I will tell you the 2 players that I didn't put into the team that were the other overpowered players. And just to get out of the way as well, I personally think an overpowered player is a player rated 84 or lower, because those that are rated 85 or higher kind of have the stats that warrant incredible gameplay in FIFA. You know, so a lot of people actually chose Ronaldo as an overpowered player, and I just think he's not overpowered. He's rated 92. He deserves to play that good. So I went for a 4-3-3, even though arguably the most overpowered formation is 3-5-2. Next time I do something like this, I will actually let you guys choose the formation and the team. But I really like playing with the 4-3-3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this team for you now. I'm going to tell you the players that didn't make it. I'm going to play an entire league of Division 1 with this team, and through the video of the gameplay talk about the good players, the bad players, and whether or not I think the team is very good. And then what I'm going to do for the next video, guys, is do my personal most overpowered team in FIFA and do exactly the same thing, go through and show you guys an entire Division 1 season and recommend a team. And the reason why I'm doing it like that will become clear throughout the gameplay. But let's get into the team straight away, guys. In goal, we have got Julio Cesar. It's his regular card that should have been chosen, but his inform card is an 83 anyway, so it's still under the 84 bracket. The other 2 goalkeepers that were highly recommended were Petr Cech and Diego Alves. I thought Diego Alves was quite a weird one, because every time I use him as squad builders, people seem to really hate on him. But so I went with Julio Cesar because of like I said, for chemistry reasons. You know, you might disagree with the people that I put in there, and you will definitely disagree with the people that are in this team in general as an overpowered player. But bear in mind that it is my Twitter followers that pick these players. In at right back, guys, we've got Abate. The 2 players that I didn't pick were Walker and Konko. 2 really good right backs. Again, there's a few right backs I would pick above those. Abate, though, is incredible, and he's really fast and really strong, has an incredible shot. The first centre-back slot, now obviously there's 6 centre-backs that I could have chosen from. The first centre-back is Chiellini. The 6 centre-backs that I could have chosen from were David Luiz, Chiellini, Dede, Kabul, Jerome Boateng, and Felipe Santana. I went with Chiellini and David Luiz. As you can see, Luis has got a red card there. I got him sent off in the end of the last game, but we'll ignore that fact completely. So I think these are a very strong pairing, because Chiellini has really good work rates for defensive, and obviously David Luiz has a high attacking work rate, so Chiellini should hopefully fill any gaps that David Luiz leaves. In at left back, we've got Gael Clichy. Someone that I didn't really think. I would have thought of someone like Richardson or something like that. But the other 2 most commonly selected left backs were David Alaba. I always get those 2 fucked up. And Kieran Gibbs, which is really shocking, because I actually thought Jordi Alba would have been involved in there, because he's only rated 81. And Richardson, in my experience, is a lot better than Gibbs. Centre midfield, again, I actually asked for cams, centre midfielders, and CDMs to fill these 3 roles. I got recommended a lot of midfielders, like an incredible amount of midfielders, that it was really hard to try and find the most commonly selected ones, but I went through hundreds of tweets for this. The most commonly selected 9 centre midfielders were Marquisio, Ramirez, Cheick, Vidal, Gundogan, Fellaini, Tarat, Sessegnon, and Schweinsteiger. Now, I know I said that I think an overpowered player is 84 or lower, and Schweinsteiger's rated 86, but Schweinsteiger was recommended like 90% of the time. He was one of the most common guys, basically, and I thought it was just ridiculous how someone rated 86 could be recommended almost every single time. So I thought I'd throw him in there. Turns out I didn't actually use him. The three that I used were RAMIRES, who is ridiculously good in this game. I used Marquisio, and I also used Vidal. Three very, very strong centre midfielders, and this as a team in general is a very strong team so far. And I like the look of it. It's pretty decent. In at right wing, guys, we had the most commonly selected player out of everything in this entire team was Theo Walcott. When I said, you know, give me your most overpowered right wing, Walcott was there every time, every single time. The other two players that were also suggested were Biabiany and Hassan Ben Arfa, which I thought was weird. I personally disagree with those choices. I actually think Adam Johnson is one of the most overpowered right wingers, and also Aidan McGeady as well is incredible at right wing. And then at left wing, guys, I have gone with, who did I go with? I went with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and the other two really highly recommended players were Elia and El Shaarawy. Obviously, I can't fit Elia really into this team anywhere. El Shaarawy I could have fit in, but it wouldn't have had perfect chemistry. I built a team where he was in the team, but I only got 7 chemistry with him. And then striker, guys. Now this is going to be the most controversial position. Obviously, I can only put in. I had to pick 3 names, but there were so many recommendations that I picked the 3 most common names at the time. The first most common name was, of course, the player that's actually in the team, and that's Darren Bent. Now he has been for years one of the most overpowered players in FIFA. The other 2 players that got recommended to me this time were Muriel and Emenike. Again, 2 incredibly fast, incredibly strong strikers. And this completes the team, guys, and they're the players that didn't make it that I talked about. That, you know, like I said, every position can be controversial, and I want to talk about that in the actual gameplay video. So we're going to skip over to the gameplay now, though, guys. But this is the team that I use for the I think 8 games I play in. No, wait, 10 games. I play all 10 games in Division 1. This is the team that I use. So enjoy the goals, and we will get to talking about the actual team in a second. Okay, guys, so into the gameplay, and I want to talk, like I said in the squad builder side of things, a little bit about why I'm doing this couple sets of videos. The reason why was because I see a lot of people throw around the word overpowered on Twitter and on YouTube videos and stuff, and I do it myself a lot. I'm very guilty of saying this is overpowered and that is overpowered, and for me, as you just saw as a score goal with Chiellini there from a corner, for me, corners and headers in general are exceptionally overpowered. One thing that I think is important in FIFA is pace, but I don't think it is overly overpowered, and that doesn't even make sense, because how can you be overly overpowered or underly overpowered? I don't know, but I don't think pace is important to the point where it's the only factor that matters, and this team is a perfect testament to that. I've shown you all the goals that I've scored from 10 games in Division 1. I ended up not winning the division. In fact, I went on to win just 4 games with this team, and I found this team disgustingly horrible to play with. Not only that, but I had an incredible amount of bad luck go my way. Sometimes that happens with FIFA, you know, everyone's had it happen here, there and everywhere, so that's just one of those things, one of those days. But I just didn't enjoy this team. I didn't find there was any kind of fluidity between the midfield and the attack, and that was the main problem here. The defence, for the most part, was pretty solid. One of the biggest problems I had was that David Luiz, with his high attacking work rate, was always up the field, like bombing up the field at every opportunity, and I actually hate that. I as much as anyone felt like David Luiz was a stupidly overpowered centre-back, considering he's a non-rare, he's very cheap, he's got good pace, he's obviously very good for the card that he is, but his work rates for me ruin his card. If he had medium attack and high defense, or medium and medium, he would be an incredible card, but the fact he has high attacking work rate means that he goes up the field quite a lot, and it really throws off the game. It leaves big holes in the game, and especially when you've got Clichy and Abate, who also both have high attacking work rates, it means that Chiellini is quite often the only man left back behind in defence, and as good as he is, and as powerful he is, and as quick as he is, he can't stop everything. So this team, yeah, like I said, there was just no link between the attack and the midfields, and that was one of the biggest problems for me. I said in the squad builder section, I'll give you like my best player and the worst player from this team. The worst player is hands down Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He has 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, but for a player of his speed and in my opinion his in real life ability, he only has 82 dribbling, which for a guy with 89 pace and as a left wing with 4-star skill moves, you expect a lot better than that. You expect probably like 85, 88, maybe even 90 dribbling. You want it to be right up there so that the ball kind of sticks to his feet and you can actually take on defenders. But his dribbling is real bad, his first touch is real bad, his shooting's really bad. He doesn't have a great card. The only things that are the only things that are good about his card are the skill moves, weak foot and the pace, and that doesn't make a player. So what I was basically going for, guys, as I said, was to try and find out why people think someone is overpowered, because I've got a lot of players that I really like that other people will definitely not find overpowered. For example, Inform Benyat, even his regular card, he's got a regular card, an upgraded card, even his regular card I find is overpowered because his work rates are perfect, his passing is incredible, his free kicks are great, he doesn't get caught out of position, and for a centre midfielder that's really what you look for. You need to have a team where you let the important players do the important jobs. So you want the left wing, the right wings, the strikers, the cams, you want them to be the flair players, you want them to have the pace and the skills and the technical ability. But you want your holding midfielders or your centre midfielders, or in this formation, all 3-4 midfielders to be kind of very defensive, very just sitting back and controlling the game. And the midfielders that I have here do that to a certain extent. Marquisio is a bit of an issue because he has high work rates, so he got caught out of position quite a lot. Ramirez also has high attacking work rates, so with all the defence and the midfield having really attacking work rates, and I think Vidal has high as well. Yeah, he does, yeah. This team was just an absolute mess of a team. So, even though it's a team full of completely overpowered players, in your guys' opinions, from my Twitter, from the people on Twitter, this team is just an abomination. It's an absolute mess, and I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. When you guys are building a team, and this is what I look for in my most overpowered team, or one of my most overpowered teams, is most definitely not my overall most overpowered team. It's just a team that I know works really well in FIFA, and I want to show you the differences. But when you do build a team, really think about the work rates of the players and the kind of technical abilities. And I just wanted to show you my sort of luck on FIFA today. That tackle there from David Luiz, absolutely perfect tackle, and he gets sent off for it. Like, look at this again. He wins the ball clearly and then takes the man out, but gets sent off for it. Couldn't believe it, but that's FIFA for you sometimes. So this is the end of the video though, guys, or towards the end of the video now, and I did enjoy playing with this overpowered team. I do want you guys to kind of link me your overpowered teams, I guess, but do it on Twitter for me, guys, instead of in the comment section, because I can't click on links in there. So my Twitter is twitter.com/NepentheZ, and yeah, come and link me your best teams on Twitter, and I'll try and find yet another ridiculously overpowered team from you guys, and we'll do another sort of thing from this, and then we'll do another one from me. But that last game I did win 4-2 and needed to win it to stay in the division, otherwise I would have got relegated. Final record of 4 wins and 6 losses. That's really pathetic, but this team is horrendous to play with. This is the end of the video though, guys, so as always, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Cheers.